Welcome friend to Asar Education. Today we are here to talk one of the most important historical background of India, engagement with the Southeast and East Asia. So what the requirement for India that to engage with the East Asia and Southeast Asia. Main focus we are here to give on the 1941 when the Japan invaded India, and the second one like the Burma and Indonesia. So these external affairs is important to understand completely, because lots of time we are very confused that why India is called the mother of democracy. So why the India is the mother of democracy? Many of the politicians, even our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi, recently visit US, and at that time he said that India is the mother of democracy like this. So basically why the people India is not only the largest democracy of the world but also the ancient democracy of the world or on the earth. So it is important to understand because why? Like some people believe that US, United States of America, is the greatest democracy, but instead of that, and indeed India is also one of the most important and versatile types of democracy, and reason behind it that India always trying to establish the democratic nations across the globe and mainly in the Asia, Southeast Asia and the East Asia. So in this video we are here to discuss all the point one by one, but before, as always, I hope you all are well and fine. So if you are new on this channel, Asar Education, myself Bhartendu Bhushan, I request to you, please like, share and subscribe the channel. So friends, the significance of the Southeast Asia, that is also called the SEA, as a strategic region for India's security matrix, and was highlighted in the 1941 when the Japan invaded India by the launching attack during the World War II, and he compelled K.M. Panikkar to advance the idea of collective security. At that time, Panikkar said and asserted that India should strive for establishment independence with SEA, Southeast Asia, to ensure that it form a sphere of co-prosperity with India and at the center of the sphere. Nehru always believed that India's geographical location and its power could transform it into a pivot of Asia. When India became independent, a core element of the foreign policy was prompted and promotions of the decolonization. India always believed that imperialism could not only facilitate economic cum political exploitation but also promoted myriad forms of racism, and this led India to oppose imperialism for strategic reasons. It believed that a strategic autonomy could only be preserved if India dealt with states which were decolonized. So lots of countries across the globe, India trying to set up the democratic system there. Like when the Japan surrendered the control of Indonesia in the 1945, the Dutch attempted to colonize Indonesia. But India, along with Australia, took the questions of Indonesia to the United Nations, and after 4 years of intense diplomatic negotiation, the Dutch failed in their effort. So in January 1949, New Delhi organized the conference of final resolution for the independent Indonesia, so thereby paving the way for outing the Dutch, and the issuing only brought India and Indonesia closer but also developed the defense relation. So with India being to train Indonesian army officers, simultaneously India tried to materialize its decolonization policy strategically in case of a stage neighboring Indochina, and sought to independence for Vietnam, and sought independence for Vietnam, Cambodia and Laos. So the British India had SEA as its third largest trading partner. When India became independent, it had a decent trade with SEA. So India after independence adopted a autarkic economic model as India began to look inward, the Southeast Asian state, and began to adopt export-led growth model. So what the point is to understand, because India also trying to establish democratic system in the Indonesia, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, and then after like in the Burma. So what it happens, British in the 1948, and he joined the non-aligned. As India was a British colony, the British from India took a lot of belongings to Chaithir community to work in rice field in Burma. So what the issues of India with Burma, because India always trying to establish democratic system all these Indochina, Southeast Asia and East Asia. So we can understand and accept the things that what the central leadership of India trying to convince that India is the mother of democracy, or the democracy firstly born on here, because for democratic establishment with the peace and to save the life of the people without fighting or damaging the infrastructure of any country, like US always trying to do so in the other nations and to establish the democratic nation. But at that process and the strategy of US is basically not beneficial for the public perspective and the human right, because in case when the United States trying to organize the democratic system in any state, then he firstly bombard that state and then to trying to set up democratic system. It had proved in past and this recent time also in Afghanistan. For a shorter period of time, yes, of course, United States trying to set up the democratic state. So I hope you understand why India is important to understand and why India is the mother of democracy. So mother of democracy, when we said, then India is on the top. I hope this lecture is important for you. If you are new on this channel, please like, share and subscribe. Take care and see you soon.